Okay, well, welcome everybody. This is our Monday night version of Share the Sparkle, Spread the Sparkle. We call it different things on different weeks, but it's all about the Touchstone Crystal business opportunity. My name is Betsy Bishop, and I live in Virginia, and I started with the company in the very beginning, which is really hard to believe sometimes that I had that privilege. And it has been such a fun ride watching Swarovski figure out how to enter and thrive in the direct sales market in the United States. You know, this is a 125-year-old Austrian crystal manufacturer, and they have 17 divisions worldwide, wide-ranging product lines. And we are their 17th company, and we are also their fastest-growing division in the world. So we're very proud of that, and hopefully you'll get a chance to see a little bit of why that might actually be in the next couple of minutes. I'm going to share my screen with you because I'd like to show you some things in our back office. For those of you who are not in the company yet, this will give you a little peek behind the scenes so that you can see what our back office looks like. It occurred to me, I used to actually just have the whole slideshow teed up and all that, but I thought, you know, it would be a whole lot better to actually just show you the way we enter into our websites. Can you all see, let's see, where am I? Can you all see where I'm sharing my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we log into Glam Central. Of course, you're going to find that everything is glam this, glam that. It's just kind of how we do it. Everything is glam something. Don't save. I just did a Haiti fundraiser over the weekend, and we raised enough money so far to drill 4 wells. So we're really excited. I was excited to be a part of that. All right, here it comes.
Betsy, can you tell us when you started? Because you said when the business company started.
Well, yes. So I started actually in January of 2009. And then we had what turned into be a 2-year pre-launch phase. So the official start date of the company is January of 2011. So we are officially 7 years old.
How did you start? How did you learn about it?
I heard about the company through a friend that I had made in my previous company. I used to work with Southern Living at Home, and I was with them for 7 years. One of the other women in the field, not on my team, left the field because she wanted to go into corporate training. And in the industry, so she worked with a headhunter. The headhunter placed her with Touchstone Crystal. And back then, it was a do-it-yourself beading company, if you can even imagine. And so it's kind of funny because when I came into the company, I was the first rep in under a finished goods tweak to the thing. So instead of me having to actually help people make jewelry at the parties, which is really good, because if you can only imagine, you know, sitting around a dining room table, you've pre-ordered what you're going to make that night, and you know, you sit there with really bad vision and poor lighting and red wine and margaritas, and next thing you know, you're trying to make jewelry. Well, nobody ever wanted to do that a second time. So the business model didn't go very well. So when I arrived, what I was selling was actually jewelry. I'll show you some of it if I have a minute at the very end. I'll show you some of the pages of the first catalog, and it was a lovely catalog, but the jewelry was really pretty terrible. So what I was selling in the very beginning was jewelry that people would put together in the home office when.
Oh, is that your jewelry thing?
And, yeah. So anyway, thankfully we've come a long way, baby. We've been through 3 different software 3 different back offices, whole computer packages. I mean, we've been through it's an entirely different team of people running the company and working for Swarovski. So we've come a really long way, and boy, it has just been. I've learned so much. It's been such a blessing in my life. So let me dive in here and fill you in a little bit, and I'm sure more stories will come out as the time goes on. Well, if I were smart, I would probably have a little glass of wine before I started these things.
Yeah.
Of course, and there's no telling what I would talk to you about. You never know.
I'd listen.
I know, right? But you know what? I don't drink very much, so
no,
it's even funnier. Okay, so honestly, we really love talking about our company because we really feel like it's an opportunity like no other. And there are 5 key reasons why we think that Touchstone Crystal is the place to be. Swarovski brand is what brought me into this company in the first place. I thought to myself, I know the reputation, integrity, and the financial backing of Swarovski, and they're going to get this right. There is no reason in the world why Swarovski can't do well in this market. And today is living proof of that exact thing. We have so many women making a lot of money. We have so many women having a great time and doing great things for their families. And it's because of the Swarovski brand. Here's why that matters. As a consultant, when I tell somebody that I'm working with a new jewelry line, they might just shrug their shoulders and say, oh, well, whatever. But if I say I'm working with a new jewelry line owned by Swarovski, their eyes get really big, and it gives me instant credibility as a consultant. And it makes it a whole lot easier for that potential hostess to decide to invite me into her home. And that's a very important component when we're thinking about joining a new company. The second thing that we think really sets us apart is our product line, which is absolutely stunning. Very unusual to the Swarovski brand name is that half of our line is actually under $100, and 90% of the line is under, half the line is under $50, 90% is under $100. And they've worked really hard over the years to continue to expand all of the different looks that we provide. Lots of different finishes, textures, coatings on the crystals, lengths and sizes. Some things are large, some things are tiny and petite, a little of everything, and that's super important to us. Because again, we want to be able to have a sense of integrity and value when we go into someone's home and share this jewelry with her friends. We don't want to offer things that are so expensive that she's going to be embarrassed. And again, so this helps us to book parties and build our businesses. The fact that our line has $50 and our line looks beautiful. If you have noise in your background, it'd be great if you could just click mute until you have a question. That'd be great. Thank you. The third thing that we think is really special is our career plan. Now, I came from another company, and I thought that career plan was really good, but I didn't know the difference. And in this one, we can earn 25 to 40% commission on our own sales, and we can earn up to 9% on everyone that we sponsor. In fact, a lot of other companies don't allow you to earn any income on your first 1 or 2 or 3 people. We actually earn income on the very first person that we bring onto our team. And you can earn 3% on your very first person if you want to. So that's something fun to think about. Our first level of leadership is called group leader, and that happens with just a 3-person team, and that's where you can earn 40% on your own retail sales. And I'll tell you what, that goes a really long way. If you go out the door and do a $1,000 party, it feels fantastic to walk out of there with $250 in your pocket, but it feels even better to come out with $400 because you're a group leader. All right. Our great host program. So every company in our industry has a host rewards program, but ours does not cost us a penny. And not only that, the company is the credit card merchant, and so we don't have to actually apply to be a credit card merchant. The company does all of our processing for us, and they pay all of the charges to the credit card companies for us. But we offer up to 30% of sales in free jewelry and up to 4 items at half price. I was explaining to someone today about our BFF program and how fun that is. It basically means that the hostess gets an extra 70% off piece for every party that gets booked from her party. So, Susan's my hostess, but Mary books a party from her. As soon as Mary does her party, Susan's getting another 70% off piece. And I just think that's great. Again, that helps us as consultants build a consistent business. And that's a very important thing. A lot of women are concerned about, how am I going to book parties with this? And that's a tool that really helps us. Not only that, our extra special host rewards really make a difference too. And this month in particular is Double Host Dollars month. So every party over $600 will give that hostess twice the free jewelry, even if it's your party as a consultant. Whoever is doing, I'm hearing something with paper or something. I'm not sure what it is. If you have a way of pressing mute, that'd be great. Otherwise, I can stop sharing for a minute and take a look and see who it might be. Thank you. And then the last thing that we think really sets us apart is the training and support. I talk to women all day long who are coming over from other companies, and maybe they love their product line, But what we found, though, is that they're not getting the training and support that they really wish that they had. And I'm telling you, we are not perfect. This is not an exact science, but we do everything we can, not to tell you what to do, but to set you up for success to reach your goals. We have a great program called the Glam Plan that I'll be showing at during the 8 o'clock. But the Glam Plan basically gives you all the carrots for doing a lot of the work in the very beginning during your first 3 months in business. But we have a lot of training and business coaching available through your sponsors and through your upline leaders. The home office has a terrific and friendly and helpful consultant support team. They don't really work with the customers. They actually work with you, the consultant, and they get to know your name, and they really want to solve things for us. We know we are not perfect as a company, but we want to be as close to it as possible. So we're always trying to make progress in that area. And we have a great website that we all pay for. It's $9.95 a month. And the company keeps all kinds of great content on there, both on the exterior for all of your customers to see and in the back office. And there's a lot of marketing and social media that actually goes on. We have a couple people in the home office dedicated to marketing and social media. Actually, it's several people. And creating tools that we can actually use to build our business. I was talking to somebody today, and she was saying how in her previous company, there were a lot of rules about what you could use on your Facebook page, what kind of photographs you could come up with. Like you borrow anything from the company. And I was like, oh my gosh, we don't even realize how easy we actually have it, because Touchstone creates all these beautiful photographs, and we can literally take this photograph and blast it all over our Facebook page to help build our businesses. That's how open the whole atmosphere is and the culture is at Touchstone. So 5 ways the business can change your life. I love these pictures. They're all so pretty. The first one is the financial stability. You know, we have a lot of women starting to make a lot of money in this company, but the really neat thing is that most women come in just wanting to maybe earn $500 or $1,000 at most a month. And that's such a doable, simple thing, and we can teach you to do that. Our goal is to find out what you want. And maybe it isn't money. Maybe it's just some fun. We can help you figure out what that looks like for you as well. By the way, with the financial stability, we probably have, I want to say over 20 women, at least so far in the company, earning over 6 figures, and at least 25 people with BMWs now. So we're pretty excited about that, and it's going faster and faster. Freedom and flexibility are 2 things that are critical to us these days. You know, we are really busy, and we cram a lot into our lives because we think that makes us successful. Somehow we need to find a balance, but the reality is balance comes from having freedom and flexibility. If we can find a way to run our lives in a way that allows us to make choices, we're really a step ahead of the game. And then, of course, we always have fun, because that's essentially what this is. You know, we're all volunteer salespeople. This is a volunteer sales force. Nobody is making any of us do anything. And so let's face it, if it wasn't fun most of the time, we wouldn't bother to do this. But there is something truly fun about taking our really beautiful jewelry and going hanging out with women over, lemonade or a glass of wine or Java and jewels or, whatever the party ends up being. And making those connections with women, because we really do need each other. And then friends, of course. The Sisterhood of Touchstone Crystal is really fascinating. Again, when I came into the company, my number one goal was not at all to make money. My number one goal was to help create a company that had a culture of inclusion and of sisterhood and of trust. I wanted Touchstone Crystal reps to be known as the really nice girls. And maybe that came from the sorority that I was in. We were the really nice girls in the sorority that I was a part of for a couple years in college. And I always liked that reputation a whole lot better than the other reputations that I saw. The really fun thing is that all of us in the top leadership in the company feel the same way. We all see it exactly the same way. And interestingly enough, unlike a lot of other companies, in the top 2 levels of the ranks, we all share constantly our ideas. We are on phone calls with one another every single week, and coming up with ways of helping all of you succeed even better, so that nothing gets missed. And that camaraderie and that sisterhood goes all the way down the lineage, so that we provide a wonderful experience for all of our team members. So 5 frequently asked questions. I could just stay on that photograph all day because that is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Amazing. So how do we get started? Well, we have a basic $139 starter kit and an enhanced $299 starter kit and the personalized website. It's $9.95 a month. In a second, I'm going to show you what our basic starter kit looks like this month because it's special. It's not 8 pieces of jewelry. It's actually 12 pieces of jewelry for $139. So it's these pieces, and they gave us 4 more only for the month of April. So if you're thinking about coming in, you're going to get extra jewelry. And if you have friends who are thinking about joining you, they're going to get extra pieces of jewelry. How much can you make? Well, our average party nationally is around $800 $700 per party is pretty much typical. So $700 times maybe, 25%, sometimes 30% in income. So you can start doing the math. Let's pretend your party average turns out to be $800 and you're making $200 a night when you go out, and maybe you do a couple parties a month like that. Suddenly you are earning $500, $600, $800, depending on how many parties you're doing and how much you're selling and how many people are on your team. So it can go up and up. A lot of people want to know what are the other incentives. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to show you a couple of fun things about the starter kit. So this is double host dollars a month, by the way. All parties over $600. For $19, the host can get twice the free jewelry. But let me show you. I'm under resources, and I'm going to show you the April basic starter kit. Looks a little different than it normally does because we have some extra pieces of jewelry in here, and they switched out the little yes, forgetting the name all of a sudden. As soon as I look at them, I forget. But now we have the pink ones, and they've also included the glitz necklace, the Aurora Borealis post earrings, one of our wrap bracelets, and these beautiful blue earrings. So now you've got a little bit of color, and we've got some of the pieces of the AB, and we've got one of our wrap bracelets. So all that for $139, only for the month of April. And then what was the other thing I was about to show you? The starter kit and, the sales incentives. We were talking about incentives. So every month the company showers us with rewards. This month, when it rains parties, it pours cool stuff. So when you, for example, this month, when you sell $1,000, you get a branded pop socket that goes on the back of your cell phone or your e-reader or tablet. $2,000 in sales, you get the Glam It Up crystallized t-shirt that has some Swarovski crystals on it. $3,000 in sales is the Weekender, and then $5,000 in sales. And of course, you're earning income on all of this as well. But once you hit $5,000 in sales this month, which is a fantastic goal, then you can choose between the black or the brown sunglasses, and you get all these other lovely prizes to take home with you as well. But on top of that, we also are working toward a trip to Alaska. We'll be kicking off another trip. This one happens in September. We finished the incentive period at the end of May. The next trip we will be kicking off at National Conference, which is called Glam Jam. And Glam Jam takes place in Rhode Island, July 26th through 28th. It happens at this is the convention center right here, the Providence Convention Center. Well, it's called the Rhode Island Convention Center. We all stay in one of 4 or 5 hotels right there. And right now, new consultants can actually register for $99, which is crazy. Anybody who started ever since December 1st, I believe, can actually register for $99. And you get about $300 worth of jewelry while you're there, a little over that, because they're going to be introducing the new fall line while we're there. So it's a ton of fun. It's the best girlfriend weekend that you could possibly ask for. And so people are making their airfares right now. They're making their flight arrangements. Be sure to talk to your upline specifically about when does it start, so you make sure you get into town in time, how we get from the airport to the hotels and things like that, all those little details. Let's see. Okay, we have about 2 minutes before I'm going to stop the recording on this.